Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to Colors by Solar, an artist from MAMAMOO. We're reacting to the performance video today. I have seen tiny little clips of this and I've listened to the song before, but I've never watched this in full. I know that there's involvement with the ballroom scene in VOGUERs in Korea, so I'm really excited to see some people that I might know be able to talk about this video and how she uses the techniques of Vogue. And yeah, so let's get into it. Work. This lash is crazy. I love it.
I want a black and white one and a pink purple. I want a black and white one and a pink purple. I want a black and white one and a pink purple.
Okay, so far we're seeing a lot of very arms controlling movements. So arms control, again, is the movements that are associated with Vogue Old Way and Vogue New Way, whereas hands performance would be associated with Vogue Femme. So some of the things that I'm seeing are this kind of like shoulder shrug along with the movements. That's a very classic Old Way styling. And then this sort of arm loop is very New Way arms control to me. I would say there's definitely like, whenever you have a choreography situation, it's not gonna look 100% exactly like someone doing Old Way or New Way in a battle scenario. And I think this is no exception, but there's very clear references here. And overall, I think it very squarely fits into the category of a Vogue choreo, as opposed to some of the other things that we've seen that are more like, okay, you know, this is a dance choreo with a movement of Vogue in it. So far we're seeing a lot more heavy influence of Vogue, which is really cool to see. So let's keep watching.
I want a black and white one and a pink. Doesn't matter. Hey, stop. What you want? Tell me everything you want. What do you want? What do you want? Tell me everything you want. Oh yes. What you want? Tell me everything you want. What do you want? What do you want? Tell me I do what you want. Look.
Sort of femme and old, yeah, femme and Old Way.
So damn fine. And say it. I'm sick, so bad. Louder, louder. I'm sick, I'm hot, I'm gorgeous, so bad. I want a black and white.
Okay, before we get into the chorus, very fun. First of all, I think first and foremost, this music video is like, it's fun. So I will say, I think something that you see here that's very Old Way is these really sharp poses and this intentionality in the posing. The easiest way for me to sum up the like theory of Old Way is this idea, and this is not my idea, but it's very kind of commonly said, is that you could take a picture at any point of someone doing it and you would get a pose that's worthy of being on the cover of Vogue magazine. And that is very much what this part, or kind of like the pre-chorus, reminds me of. You have a lot of these really like intentional, sharp pictures and angles. And obviously this is not a concept that's necessarily like exclusive to Vogue, right? A lot of dance styles have these strong poses, and music videos in general would utilize these kind of strong images created by these bodies, but it does feel very, very evocative of that idea. You saw a little bit more of an interplay of Vogue Femme along with the Old Way ideas there, but I would say they're still sort of in conversation with each other. But let's get into the chorus.
One and a pink
Okay, full Vogue Femme.
black and white one and a pink doesn't matter. Kick it out, 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 boom, boom, boom. Kick it out, 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 kick it out. Kick it out, 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 boom, boom, boom. Kick it out, 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 boom, boom, boom. I would like a model people say, oh, who's that sexy thing I see over there? Yeah, that's me. Don't worry about it. Do the thing. Hey, just believe in yourself. What you wanna do, just sing it out loud. Look in the mirror.
Yeah. This part is everything.
And say it. I'm sick, so bad. Louder, louder. I'm sick, I'm hot, I'm gorgeous, so bad. Bad, bad, bad.
Before we get into the final part of this, a few things. First of all, I love that she's as involved in the choreo and a lot of this as everyone else. It's clear that she gave them the space to go off and have their own sort of highlighted moments, which is really, really cool because these are really talented dancers and Voguers. Some of them I recognize. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that at the end. But I really love that she is fully involving herself and learning the technique as well, especially in that floor performance section. It was incredible. And my one gripe, and this is not at all about the Vogue, but that section where she's going off in the black, I wish that she weren't on a black background, because it feels like you can't see the like intricacy of what she's doing with her arms, because she's really like going off, but you can't fully appreciate it because the gloves are like meshing into the rest of the background in her arms. But that's not even a complaint about the dance at all. That's like, ugh, I wish people could really get into how cool what she's doing is. Okay, let's finish this off.
I want a black and white one and a pink on the bar. Black and white one and a pink on the bar. I want a black and white one and a pink on the bar. Black and white one and pink. Doesn't matter. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, boom, boom, boom. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, boom, boom, boom. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, boom, boom, boom.
Love. Okay. So before we go into a full breakdown, I do want to do a tiny bit of research just to make sure that I know who choreographed this and who all is dancing in it. I have an idea going into it, but before we do that, I just want to say, overall, this is the most Vogue I've seen in any single K-pop project or music video ever. It was really, really well executed. There is such a good balance in this of choreography moments that may sacrifice a tiny bit of the like authentic feel of ballroom in favor of cleanliness. And then also these moments where you're just letting the trained Voguers go off and do what they do best, whether that's New Way or Old Way or Vogue Femme. So overall, incredible, incredible. I think it perfectly sort of threads that needle of creating a product that is consumable and clean and like digestible to the eye, and then also showcasing the full sort of depth of what people can do in this style. So I will be right back when I do a little bit of research. Before we get into the final breakdown, I want to really quickly let y'all know that this month I'm releasing a Vogue choreo tutorial to the Crazy Vogue remix by Le Sserafim featuring Deshaun Wesley. So it'll be a full 30 to 40 minute tutorial breaking down drills and elements and basics of Vogue Femme, and then an actual choreography as well that you can learn. And it is designed for all levels, whether you're a complete beginner or someone who's a little bit more experienced. This one's going to be more beginner friendly. And it will focus on how to really accurately and authentically do these motions, as well as sort of how to interpret them onto your own body and adjust them as necessary, depending on your own ability and your own comfort with dance and everything else. So if you're interested in that, join the channel as a member. It is $10 a month. You can either join and then immediately cancel and get access to all 5 videos so far for a month, or you can stay subscribed and learn a full tutorial every single month for $10. Either way, would love to see you there. Let's get back into the final reaction and discussion of this video. Okay, so I was 99% sure, but I just had to make 100% sure. This was choreographed by Love Ran, who is part of the House of Love, which is a Kiki house in South Korea that I'm aware of. And I believe that all, if not most, of the dancers are from the House of Love. I recognized a few. I recognized Hazy and Titch Ninja doing the kind of arms control, hands performance breakdown alongside Solar. But all of the rest of them are also talented Voguers from the House of Love in Korea. So again, incredible to see people from the scene being platformed. It shows that her or her company or whoever did their research or was connected to these people to be able to do that. It's something that is pretty rare, honestly. And it also comes across very clearly that she took her time to learn the technique of these movements and that they were not dumbed down so much to the point where she would be able to do them. A lot of times when Vogue is used, it falls into one of two camps. It either is just the artist kind of lip syncing the lyrics into the camera or doing very, very basic motion, and then everyone else around them doing the brunt of the dancing, doing the bulk of the going off. Or the opposite is that the artist will be involved, but it's made easy in order to prevent them from having to really like go that deep into it or learn, and so they'll look good and be able to perform it on stage. This accomplished both of those things, where it was neither, or I guess neither of these things, where it was neither dumbed down nor did it not showcase the actual dancers themselves. It had moments where they were featured and it had moments where they were all featured together. So honestly, this is like such a stunning example, I would say, of like what it means to really utilize a style with respect in a music video, in a performance video. I love it whenever folks from ballroom get a spotlight, get a chance to shine and show the depth of what they're able to do. I think sometimes when these people are booked for things, you know, they get booked for it and then what they end up getting to do is not even 1/10 of what they can actually put out, and it doesn't fully reflect the depth and the like talent that's in the community. And I think this really did a good job of doing that and letting people have the space to go off and show off. I think if there is a music video from the US that I have to sort of compare this to, it would be WTP by Tiana Taylor, which you may recognize someone in. If you look really closely, I show up like 3 times in the whole 8 minutes of it. But the reason I say that is because similarly, there are moments that everyone is together, and there are also moments where the individual dancers get to go off, as well as sort of stylistically, you have like scenes of like people getting ready for a ball, etc. That were also sort of shown here. I don't think this is like copy of or an imitation of that video, but that's what that reminded me of. I think it's the closest analog that I can draw to the United States music videos that I know of. But yeah, really amazing. Really glad I got to react to this. As always, please let me know any other things you would like to maybe do. Please let me know any other sort of K-pop related or not K-pop related music videos or projects or anything else that you would like me to weigh in on. I've been really enjoying doing this so far, and the response has been incredible. I really appreciate it. So if you want to see more of this, obviously feel free to let me know with a like or a comment or a subscription. And also make sure to join the channel as a member if you're interested in learning how to Vogue yourself. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but yeah, just make sure that you stay tuned for what's to come, and bye.